this is, but it is called Locker of Death, and I'm actually recording this off of an Android phone. One of the things I do like about that is it actually can record my voice. I don't know how this will turn out visually if it ever gets done loading. I downloaded a bunch of these games because they look kind of interesting. English. Load times. I probably should have booted this game up beforehand. It reminds me of Corpse Party, this screen. We're getting animation. It actually looks pretty good. The background music is a little weird though. I may turn down the volume, because since it's recording my voice as well. Madoka, Mana, Rui. But since this is recording my voice, I can't, alter my voice separately. So hopefully everything will be audible. Look at them blinking. One. I hope there are no puzzles in this. As soon as the school day ends, I pack up my things to leave. See, now the music is back to being quiet. Don't you hate it when games do that? We don't have much. Oh, now it goes back to being loud! Can't win with this music. We don't have too much homework today, so I should be able to hang out with my friends before going home. It's amazing, it actually sounds like dialogue. Hey Shorty, there's no comma. Speaking of whom? Hey Nodoka, what are you doing after school today? Got any plans? Maybe you want to do a ritual and have that fail and get trapped in a cursed school? Nodoka and I have been friends for years. If I'm ever feeling bored, I can always count on her to come up with something fun to do. There is something I thought we might do. Oh, it's going to be a ritual or something. What is it? Yeah, here we go. Have you ever heard about the Locker of Love? That just sounds like bad news. That weird rumor everyone is talking about? Yeah, I've heard about it. You write someone's name on a piece of paper and put it into the locker, and then they fall in love with you. Exactly, an old abandoned locker with a doll inside that can grant your heart's desire. Every town has its own little mysteries and urban legends, but this one came out of nowhere. A few weeks ago, people suddenly started talking about this locker and its supposed powers. So what about it? Don't tell me you want to go looking for the locker. How would we find it? Like, if it's that famous, shouldn't we just know where it is? Of course I do. What's wrong with that? We're gonna get cursed. What should I say? Tutorial, you are about to encounter your first choice. It's up to you how to respond. Oh, a diamond is always a good sign. Things like that don't really happen. No one knows where the locker is. I think I would say this. Probably should have farmed for diamonds beforehand. No one knows where the locker is. Correction, no one knew where the locker was. Huh? Since it's gotten so much attention lately, everyone was curious about trying the locker, but no one could find it. Yeah, the stories weren't specific enough. It doesn't help that it's not even an ancient legend about our school, so it's hard to say how it even got started. Guess what? Wait, don't tell me you found it. Well, I've got a pretty good idea. I know where the locker is. It can't hurt to at least take a look, right? Yes it will. We're all going to die. Oh, here's the dark one. Wait, did you say the locker? You know where the Locker of Love is? The heck is this? It's a ghost. Hina. What? Someone found the Locker of Love? Is this supposed to be a male student? Akane. For real? Daichi. Wait, someone actually found that thing? I don't know why any of these kids are named. Why is she wearing a different school uniform? Like, one looks like the summer version and one looks like the winter version. Soon we have a little crowd of classmates gathered around us to hear what Nodoka discovered. For her part, she looks thrilled to have such an audience. Wow, it really is an obsession these days, huh? Here's the thing, I overheard the teachers talking about maintenance work that's being done on the school. To finish the maintenance, they needed to open up an abandoned wing of the school. You mean the old wing is open? Long before any of us attended school here, there was another wing. As the school got smaller, it was no longer needed, so they closed it off. No one has been in there since. Yep, and since there aren't any abandoned lockers around here, I figure that's the best place to look for the locker of love. If it really exists, it has to be there. That does make sense. Let's go looking for it. Yeah. Calm down, everyone. Keep in mind that just because the abandoned wing has been open for maintenance, that doesn't mean students are allowed to go in there. Well, obviously we're going to sneak in after hours. Leave it to Mana to point that out. Are there really people in Japan named Mana? I keep seeing that name pop up and stuff. Mana is a wonderful friend and a great person, but she can be a stickler for the rules. I'm not sure she's ever gotten in trouble. Well, she's about to. Don't be a spoil sport. I didn't say you shouldn't look for it. You'll just need to be careful. Wait, really? Yes, I admit I'm also curious about finding the locker. She has a crush on someone. Bet it's Daichi. Nice. So what about you, Shorty? You in? No. I'm not sure I believe it really makes your soulmate fall in love with you or whatever, but it could be cool to see if the locker actually exists. I'm in. It's not your soulmate, though. It's just a random person you put on a piece of paper. Like, this could be horrifically abused. Plus, when will I ever get another chance to explore the abandoned wing of the school? Part of me does want to explore, like, an abandoned Japanese school wing, but it never ends well in any video game. Yeah, I want to see it, at least if it's really there. Look, Daichi, you don't even have a portrait, so this doesn't bode well for you. Sounds like we're all in agreement then. Let's do this. I'll go first to make sure the coast is clear. You're not going to tell on us, are you? Of course not. There should be another girl. Who are we missing? Madoka doesn't seem very convinced. What should I say to reassure her? Mana wouldn't betray us, or we can follow Mana and listen, and I'll say Mana wouldn't betray us. Not that I know Mana. Mana wouldn't betray us. Thank you, Shorty. Well, trust me, we've been friends a long time. If she wanted to tell the teachers what we were up to, she wouldn't have lied to us first. If you trust her, then I do too. Thanks. Okay, Mana, you go first. See you in the cursed school, Mana. Mana leads the way over the abandoned wing while the rest of us follow at a distance. This is a very nice-looking school, though. Madoka, Hina, and Akane chatter excitedly amongst themselves about the locker. The entrance to the abandoned wing is blocked off with yellow tape and warning signs. A teacher stands nearby and Mana walks up to him. Excuse me. With her hands folded in front of her and her head held high, she looks the image of innocence. Yes, Mana? There's a terrible mess in the girls' bathroom, but I can't find the janitor anywhere. Do you know where he is? What? That's strange. He must have had something to take care of. I'm sure he'll be back soon. I'd rather not wait too long. I'm worried someone will slip in there and fall down. That wouldn't be good at all. Let me see. Oh, Mana's more devious than I expected. She knows the teachers won't suspect her of lying. But she's lying now, so he'll go in there and he won't see a mess. Also, he's a male teacher. He can't go in the girls' bathroom. She must really want to see the locker. No kidding. Why is everyone so obsessed with it anyway? It's like any other urban legend, I guess. Once one person starts talking about it, everyone else wants to share the story and try to find out if it's real. Maybe so, but it seems like it's all anyone wants to talk about these days, especially the girls. I suppose they'll all want to put their crush's name in the locker and hope it really works. What if everyone puts the same name in, though? I'd rather go about it the normal way. Having some magic doll in an abandoned locker make someone fall in love with you sounds wrong. Daichi being the stand-up guy here. What should I say? I agree. Right? You can't take a shortcut for something like this. It's important to put in the work yourself. I think I'm supposed to be a male student. I keep forgetting that. Whatever, I want to hook up with Daichi. Yeah, if I did something like this and the girl fell in love with me, I'd always wonder if it was real. What does it say about free will, anyway? Can you just put anyone's name in there and it'll force them to love you? Yeah, this could break people up, put abusive people together. Sounds creepier by the minute. Just for acknowledging it. Across the hall, Mana's play works at last, and the teacher hurries away to enter the girls' bathroom. Mana turns as calm and poised as ever and gives us a subtle nod. Okay, let's go. I hope I don't run into anything that needs diamonds. Oh, it's getting creepy already. Dust fills the air of the abandoned wing as we walk through the dark hall. The dim light from grimy windows reveals cobwebs clinging to every surface. Like, I can get not wanting people to go in there, but you'd think they'd at least keep it clean. Music's really quiet. Ugh, this place is gross. If you want to turn back, you can. Despite the abandoned wing's state of disrepair, she looks like she's having the time of her life. Her eyes shine as she looks around. We're probably the first people to walk through here since it was sealed off. Isn't that cool? I wonder why they didn't tear it down. From what I heard, they wanted to keep it in case the school ever got big enough to need it again. How exactly does a school get smaller? You can't imagine them restoring this place. Look! Lockers! Oh, I think I saw a spider. Ugh. She bounded over to the far wall where dust and cobwebs cover a line of old lockers. So, is one of those what we're looking for? I want to see the doll. There's supposed to be a doll inside the locker of love. Then there's only one way to find out. She grabs the handle of the first locker. Surprisingly, it isn't locked, or maybe age rendered the lock useless. The door swings open to reveal an empty locker. Lame. Come on, let's try the next one. Together we open all of the lockers. There are forgotten papers and even the long-spoiled remains of someone's lunch, but no sign of a doll. I guess it's not here. Aw, man. Could there be another set of lockers somewhere? I mean, I would think so. Or maybe the locker of love is just a legend after all. In any case, we should go back before someone catches us here. We can try again tomorrow. Probably should have given all these characters voices, but I didn't think about it. Yeah, I guess you're right. 6 of us turn and head back toward the door. Hey, wait a minute. There's one we missed. Uh-oh. What? He points toward a locker all by itself in the far corner of the hall. Nodoka runs toward it, and the rest of us aren't far behind. Daichi, you shouldn't have said anything. Is it just me, or is this locker a lot less dusty than the rest? Because it's an evil cursed locker. It must be the locker of love. Nodoka takes a deep breath and pulls the locker door open. Well, that's a creepy-looking doll. I was hoping to be cute. An old doll stares at us with sightless button eyes from inside. This is it. We found it. Whoa. We gather around the locker and stare at the doll in amazement. So, now what? Nodoka shuts the locker. Well, according to the legend, you'd write someone's name on a sheet of paper and stick it through the vent. I'm gonna try it. Me too. See you guys. Akane pulls out a notebook and scribbles a name on it, while Hina apparently has a folded piece of paper already prepared. Wow, so they wanted to use the locker from the start, huh? They both slipped their pieces of paper inside. I really don't think we should delay too much longer. Right, let's get out of here before we get into trouble. As we head towards the door again, Mana falls back to walk alongside me. What do you think, Shorty? Will it really work? Will the people whose names they wrote down fall in love with them? We won't know, because they're going to go missing tomorrow. I don't know. I don't really believe in that sort of thing. They're going to go missing, we're going to connect it to the locker, and then we're going to follow them. But we found the locker. If that part is true, then why not the rest? Or someone heard the legend and just put a doll in the locker. Or it was just like some random thing where someone kept a doll in the locker and people spread rumors. Maybe someone saw the locker and invented a story about it. See, that's what I just said. My character gets me. I'm surprised at you, Mana. I always thought you were rational. I never dreamed Mana had a superstitious side. I don't see you complaining to Nodoka that she's being irrational. What should I say? I expect it from her. That's not a nice thing to say about your friend. I don't mean it in a bad way. Nodoka loves excitement and scary stories. If she didn't become fascinated by a legend like this, I'd wonder if she was sick. But yet Nodoka and Mana didn't try the locker at all. Maybe Mana's in on it. But it's different for me? You always reason through things rationally and think before you act. At least that's the impression I've gotten in the years since we've known each other. I can't very well argue with praise like that. The legend of this locker fascinates me, though. It's such a romantic concept. There is nothing romantic about this. It's horrifying. Weren't you listening to me and Daichi earlier? I guess. Well, since Hina and Akane both put names in, I suppose we'll find out soon enough. Look at how clean the rest of the school is. It's so shiny. It does look really big, though. We make it back into the school proper without anyone catching us. All that remains now is to wait. We should have had someone, like, standing on the outside. Wow, what is this, my cell? That night, the mystery of the locker continues to haunt my mind, despite my professed disbelief in such superstitions. Something like that can't possibly be true, right? I wonder what's going to happen. This music is too peppy for the death and destruction that's awaiting us. At the end of the week, I feel a bit ashamed for even entertaining the notion. Looks like nothing happened, huh? Is she actually moving? I can't tell. I know her eyes are, but... Oh, yeah. Oh, well, at least we can say we're the ones who disproved the legend of the Locker of Love. Haha, at least that's something. So what do you want to do after school? I've heard about a great movie that just came into theaters. She stops with a frown as a student from one of the other classes enters our classroom. He looks around for a moment and then heads across the room. That's Ritsuo from the basketball team. What's he doing here? Hey, Hina? Yes? I'm sorry this is sudden, but would you go out with me? What? Me and you? Yes, of course I will. Really? Yes. Why don't we go grab a bite to eat right now? I'd love to. Hina hurries after Ritsuo toward the classroom door, but pauses by our desks on her way past. It worked. I'd almost given up hope, but it really worked. Huh? Wait, then he's the one who... Yes, I put his name in the locker, and now he wants to go out with me. I'm so excited. Maybe he just wanted to go out with you normally. With a quiet squeal, she catches up to her new boyfriend and follows him out of the classroom. Okay, he asked her for a meal. They're not dating, are they? Is there a log? Maybe he did ask her to date. And I think he did say, do you want to go out with me? Though I wouldn't necessarily immediately think that's dating. Wow. This backlog is huge. Yeah, I still think it's being presumptuous, but... Father out of the classroom. It's still say it could be a coincidence. Typo. Pretty weird coincidence, don't you think? Not really. Just because the guy she liked picked this week to ask her out doesn't mean it's because of the locker. We've been arguing ever since we left the classroom. I'll admit I was shaken by what Hina said to us, but I can't quite wrap my mind around the legend being real. Dude, Ritsuo never looked twice at Hina before today. Maybe it seemed that way, but I bet. Look! She grabs my arm and points toward the school. Are we gonna see the other two hook up? What is it? I trail off as I see what caught her attention. Hiroto, a boy from the class below ours, is walking hand in hand with Akane. Still think it's a coincidence? Okay, it's a little weird that it happened to both of them. A little weird? Talk about an understatement. The locker of love actually works. Maybe it does. I can't believe it, and yet there's no denying that both girls who put the names in the locker seemingly had their wish granted. Could the locker of love actually be real? Thoughts about the locker, its apparent powers, and Daichi's concerns about it bother me for the entire weekend. I'm a rational person. I don't believe in things like this. But in that case, what's going on? That the locker really does work, what does that mean for the people it brings together? Are Ritsuo and Hiroto going to be happy? I really am glad they're acknowledging this. Shorty, come downstairs. It's Monday morning, you know. Mom, why does my room look like this? I know, I'm on my way. As I yawn, I start to get into bed, still distracted, my phone rings. Are they going to tell us the girls went missing? It's Nodoka. Hello? The music stopped. Shorty, have you heard? It's terrible. I knew it. What happened? I sit straight up. I've never heard her sound this upset before. What happened? What's wrong? It's Ritsuo. He's dead. I knew it. The locker did it. Everyone at school is abuzz about what happened. No one knows the cause of death yet, but rumors are already spreading. Was that other guy Hiroto? He's in trouble. I can't believe it. Poor Hina. She was so happy, too. I don't like this music. What could have happened? A sudden commotion out in the hall makes me stiffen. A man is shouting and it sounds like someone is crying, too. Did they just find out about Ritsuo? How did Nodoka find out? Did she learn from the friend? Daichi enters the classroom and hurries over to us. Hiroto's dead too? Did you hear the news? About Ritsuo? Yeah, we know he's gonna be like, no, it's the other dude. Yes, I knew it! Ritsuo, no, I'm talking about Hiroto. Huh? The kid from the class below ours who likes to spend time in the library? Apparently they just found him dead a little while ago. So, we can use the locker to kill people. Well, maybe that's why this is called Locker of Death. It's not actually a locker that puts you together, it's a locker that kills people for you. It's like Death Note, but a locker. Apparently they found him dead just a little while ago. Oh no. A cold pit forms in my stomach. You've gotta be kidding me. Ritsuo and Hiroto. Can this really be a coincidence? But then we never had a chance to ask Akane whose name she put in the locker. I think we know now why the school got smaller. We just assumed since we saw them together. Excuse me. Before anyone can stop me, I race out of the classroom. I need to go put a name in a locker. Try this out. I make it to the abandoned wing without being caught and head straight to the locker. I wrench open the door. I have my doubts the paper slips will be inside. Five slips of paper rest alongside the doll, oh boy. 5? My name better not be on one of them. With trembling fingers, I pick them up and read them one by one. Ritsuo. Okay, is that how you write Ritsuo in Japanese? I think the penmanship classes at this school have a problem. Hiroto. It's true then. Daichi. No, Daichi! Daichi was written by 2 people. He's gonna be double dead. Someone put Daichi's name in the locker? Wait, his name is on the 4th too. No, we have to save Daichi. That was only one more. I unfold a piece of paper and read the name written there. It's so ours. And it's gonna be one of the girls that put it there. Shorty. My name is written the same way as the first dude. Someone put my name in the so-called Locker of Love? The 2 boys whose names were put in first confessed love to the people who did it, but then they died. Are Daichi and I doomed as well? Find out in the next chapter! It's so enthusiastic. The Locker of Death. I'm gonna end the recording, but I don't know. Did I just end it here? This screen! This is very well made. I don't know if it's gonna, like, play out, but I'm interested so far. What do you guys think? Let's hope this recording goes smoothly, but I don't want to tempt fate. So let me know what you think of the game in the comments. Are we doomed? Will we go to a cursed school? Let me know, and thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye. If I could figure out how to end the recording.